evening, collective. How are you? I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Riley. I am also known as Berve, or the Goddess Illuminated. I just got off work and I am having some wine and cheese, and I thought, why not get into it and do a little bit of a reading while I am relaxing and enjoying my time here. I just noticed that my jumper's a little bit tight up here. I'm just gonna take a second. So if you're new, welcome and thanks for clicking on the video. This is a new collective, as you can see from probably the views and the subscribers. We are a new channel. This channel is about bringing in what I like to call the New World Order. And I don't mean that in terms of George Soros' New World Order. I mean that in terms of our New World Order, the citizens' New World Order, the collective's New World Order. So the whole purpose is to be calling in our soul tribe. Oh, I feel like I got a bit of room there now. That's better. To be calling in our soul tribe so that we can actually get started and get moving on some things. So the world isn't the way that we like it. What are we going to do about it? That's the big question. And I'm doing a couple of things in my own time. I help run festivals. I run a political party. And I'm working on land right freedom. So being able to purchase land if you aren't a high earner by going in collaboratively with friends, and the legal structures and processes involved here in Australia to be able to do that. So I really hope that everybody is all right with me. Like I said, I just got off work. I'm snacking. I'm having a glass of wine. I'm going to go out and be social tonight, but I thought I would pop in and do a bit of a reading first. So don't mind me. If you don't want to see me drinking wine and eating cheese, then maybe you should find another video. I do a lot of morning videos. My Saturday videos are probably going to be a little bit, what do we say? A little bit more relaxed. So, on my way home from work, this deck was calling me, and this deck right here. I was like, you need to be reading from this deck. You need to be doing a substantial reading tonight and clarifying with these cards. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know what we are reading about. This is just a very open-ended reading. I'm going to give a bit of a longer time frame on this reading. So let's say we'll reach out to like March 31st, 2025. If you're finding this video after March 21st, 2025, this video is not for you. Please click on the channel and take a look at the newer videos. So the reason that I am time binding my videos, where I know a lot of other readers online say their readings are timeless, when you find it, that's, first of all, I don't yet have the capacity to carry that energy for the collective. The collective's just growing, so not only would I have to find the spark in the ethers of the member of the collective, but then I'd have to follow their energy tube for X known into the future without yet even having the grasp of the spark. So I hope that makes sense to you. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not reading a year into the future or, timeless readings. So So let's just take a look at, well, while I'm shuffling these, and the Chariot. All right, we'll just flip that back in. Setting yourself apart. Driving things into action. All right. Well, this deck's given us an idea of what this reading is going to be about. I like to shovel in different ways, and I just sometimes need to feel into the way that I'm being asked and guided to shuffle. Yeah. This bottom section here needs one of these. So I was kind of feeling guided to grab a couple of cards here and work with some of the chakras and energy centers. So we have got the crown chakra. I am beyond space and time. Actually, this came out first. You know, normally I would put them the other way, starting at the root. I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know how many. I'm thinking maybe we'll work with three or four energies today. The root chakra. I am in love with nature and my body. I am in harmony with nature. My body is one with nature. All right. Working a little bit of the root chakra energy. And the heart center. My heart is ablaze like the sun. Love occupies a circular space surrounding my heart, bringing love and light. All right, so we're working from the root to the crown and through the heart. This sounds like a good place for us to start tonight. So I am going to rearrange this. Let's go root chakra, heart chakra, crown chakra. And work. Let's start off with the root. I'm in love with nature and my body. I'm in harmony with nature. My body is one with nature. Some really interesting, I mean, I obviously wrote these cards. Let's just have a look at what the cards say, because this channel is not just about me. Just about me. Let's check the ego at the door there, baby. I hope that you guys can laugh when I laugh. One of the other things I wanted to say, I never watch any video. I don't know of a time when I've ever watched any video at its normal pace. Whether it's university lectures or tarot readings or, I mean, I watch most things starting at 1.75 and then even up to like 3x. So don't feel like you have to watch my videos on normal speed. I am using an open source video editor, and that's because I like liberation technology, meaning I don't like to be stuck in the paradigm of, you know, Apple, iTunes, and Google, whatever they've got, Android, Google Play Store. I like using Linux. I like using different distros that that are open source, and That's because I am interested in freedom of technology. All right, so let's look at the root chakra. We've got a couple of cards coming out here. We have got the Page of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Beautiful cards, beautiful cards. All right. So with regards to what we've said about the root chakra here, I'm in love with nature and my body. I'm in harmony with nature. My body is one with nature. You know, I have my mother, God bless her, and I hope she potentially never looks at this channel. My mother struggled with aging, and I could tell this by the way that she looked in the mirror. And my mom had me when she was in her teens, so my parents are quite young. But I remember being, I don't know, that age where you're sort of really like understanding what it is to be a woman. So like probably around 8 years old. Like my mom like powdering her nose in the car and like perfecting her lipstick. And my mom was a really beautiful, beautiful woman. She looked very much like Twiggy, the 1960s model. But she was always very preoccupied with her looks. And it's something that I adopted in my early teens. Like when I was in my early teens, I was like very much cared about what I looked like, very much cared about how I was dressing and like taking my fashion like a step further than what other people would be willing to do. Like, you know, whether that be like wearing like big like lace up knee-high platform boots with like a kilt skirt when other girls were maybe just running around in Docs or sneakers, or always wanted to take things a little bit further. As I got older, it's not as I got older, I went to India and I spent a long time, let's just under a year, but over 6 months, in silence at a ashram, and there was no mirror there. And I went probably that year, I think I went a full year without looking in a mirror. And I have to tell you, the first time I did see a mirror was leaving India to go to visit my parents in Canada. And it was at the airport in the toilet. And I hadn't seen myself in a mirror in over a year. And I looked in the mirror and I bawled my eyes out at how beautiful I was. And it has nothing to do with your skin. It has nothing to do with what you actually look like, right? What I was seeing was I was seeing my soul without all of the bullshit, the schemas, the ideas of what you have to be, what you need to look like. All of that had dropped away and fallen away because I wasn't engaged in talking to anybody, looking at anybody, or looking in a mirror. There's like no concepts left, or I had really nearly pulled out the weeds of those societal structures and concepts that we put in place about who we are and who we need to be. So we're talking about the body here and being in harmony with nature. So I see that healing the root chakra for a lot of this collective is about this spark, this passion, this spark of initiation that's going to carry us through to to the Ten of Cups, where we're overflowing with greatness and gratitude for our physical form. And one of the ways that we do that is by disconnecting from that form. Now, I want to ask a bit more, because obviously the body can deal with a lot more than just our physical appearance. So the body can be the things that are physically manifesting for us, the physical outcomes of our time. So how projects materialize. What else can we say for the collective about healing the root chakra? Or what do we need to know about the root chakra? And being aligned with nature. This is the one. Okay. We have got the Four of Pentacles. I'm not quite sure. Here we go. Four of Pentacles and the High Priestess reversed. Being in harmony with nature is about being able to let things flow. And the Four of Pentacles does not, Four of Pentacles does not want to let things flow. They want to hold on to their ideas of how things should be. They want to hold, that's what was coming to me. Holding on to their ideas of the way that things should be right now for the collective is limiting our ability to be in our High Priestess energy, which allows us to have that external perspective about time and space and choices and life paths and where things are going and where things are flowing and universal wisdom. And so we're being asked here to give up clean and to embrace flow to help heal our root chakra. Okay. The heart chakra. I love this card. My heart is ablaze like the sun. Love occupies a circular space surrounding my heart, bringing love and light. Okay. What do we need to know right now for our collective about heart chakra? Heart chakra healing, heart chakra activation. What do we need to know right now? Too many about heart chakra activation for our soul tribe. Okay, we've got the Four of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. The four, sorry, I need to work on the lighting a bit better here. The Four of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Oh. with regards to our heart chakra, the Four of Swords is about taking a rest, but it's more than just that. So the Four of Swords card is actually about this like initiation process that in the Middle Ages the knights used to have to go through. And somebody can fact check me on this, but I believe they used to put them in a sarcophagus and they had to sort of see what came to them. I think probably in regards to how to serve the king or something like that, but they had to go through a dark night of the soul in the sarcophagus before they could be ordained as knights. So the Four of Swords is about rest, but it's also about putting ourselves in a state of being willing to have spiritual experience. Okay, so what this is saying to me is, with this Queen of Wands here, I'm just going to say it first, is I know what I need to walk away from. And our heart chakra, my heart is ablaze like the sun. The Eight of Cups is about walking away. This reading to me right here says that the collective knows exactly what it is that they need to walk away from. We've been through the dark night of the soul, or we're going through the dark night of the soul, and through that we are discovering exactly what it is that does not fulfill our heart and what it is that we have to walk away from. Now let's move into the crown chakra. All right. Okay. It says, I am beyond space and time. So I wrote that because I think most people who have been here with the channel for a while know that I really embody a lot of the Kali energy, the destroyer energy. It is been a big part of my goddess path, probably for at least the last 15 years. Let's just say that. The energy of Kali is something that I've been working with for at least the last 15 years. Kali is the goddess of space-time, and she is part of the, well, in Hinduism, she's part of the 10 series of deities that make up the divine feminine essence. She is also part of the Trimurti, trifecta, the three-part energy, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the creator, sustainer, and the destroyer. She is the destroyer. So when we think of this aspect and element of 3, if we want to go beyond that, we are now, if we think of the flower of life, we've got 3 circles. What comes before the 3 in terms of the folding of the light energy? The 2, the Vesica Pisces. So to get beyond space and time, for me, is about going beyond the 3-fold manifest energy. 3-fold, and I really mean that in terms of foldings. It's the second fold, but the third density layer. And getting into the Vesica Pisces. And the Vesica Pisces is about the original vibration of the universe. So it's the yin and the yang. It's the signal in the noise. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is about giving and taking. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. And the Lovers. I'm going to go with this Lovers card so that we can see it. How close can I get? Beautiful male and female in an embrace. The Lovers card is about choice, but of course it is also about love and connection. Giving and taking, not filling our cup by choice. Giving and taking, not filling our cup on beyond space and time. Okay. Well, for some of our collective, working on our crown chakra activation is going to be about working on our infinite selves, which requires us to see beyond the lover. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is an opportunity for love. Ace of Cups is also about filling our cup. Not filling our cup with the Lovers. Giving and taking that doesn't fill our cup with the choice of the other. In order to work and heal our crown chakra, it is asking us to not be engaging just in tantric practices. It's asking us to actually move back to more of Shiva-based practices. So Shiva was a hermit, right? He did not necessarily even want to take a lover. In fact, he had to be shaken out of his meditation in order to see the female form and to accept it and to engage with it. So working on our crown chakra is actually, it's asking us to work with that energy of Shiva and to call ourselves back from tantric practices and to engage in a more grounded, self-centered form of practice to heal our crown and open our crown chakra. All right, what else can we say? I want to have another bite and give myself a top up on my glass of wine. I'm only going to be 2 seconds. I hope you guys are all right with that. If I have to start editing these out, these like bits of movement, then let me know and I will. But I'm hoping that I'm hoping that it's all right if I just get to it and jump in and out as I see fit. Oh, we have, there we go. All right. I'm back with more wine. Eventually, we should start a collective. I need to stop vaping, and I normally would not vape on videos, but because I am now drinking wine, I am now vaping and engaging in behavior that is not suiting my highest self. Well, the drinking probably doesn't either, but I was just about to say this and then I stopped myself, and now I'm going to say it anyways. Like, my mom drank it when she was pregnant. I grew up in a time where my pediatrician actually told my mother that from the second term on, that having a glass of red wine in the evening was just fine for pregnancy. So my mom occasionally did. My mom's pretty, like I said, she's twiggy. She's a lightweight. So she probably only had half a glass of wine. Thank the Lord, and just giving grace to the spirits that I was not born with SIDS or anything like that. I would not suggest drinking during pregnancy to anybody. All right. Let's grab a piece of smoked salmon here. So we ended up with Justice reversed and the 10 of Wands. Man, the 10 of Wands has been coming out quite a bit for this collective in the last couple of readings. All right, Justice reversed and the 10 of Wands. Okay, what this is saying in light of what we've read with the Page of Wands, 10 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess reversed is that Justice is balancing the heart with the feather. And the 10 of Wands is about burdens. Can be. This is how I'm reading it right now. What's happening here is that when we are not going with the flow, when we're in this 4 of Pentacles energy, we are causing burden on ourselves. We're actually not seeing what a burden this grasping and this holding on is causing to our root chakra. So the root chakra is all about knowing, having a secure foundation of knowing and being grounded in our reality. I am safe. I am secure. I have what I need to survive. My basic fundamental necessities are taken care of. And what is happening here with the collective is that by holding on and grasping and not going with the flow, we're taking ourselves out of our High Priestess. So instead of being able to be the High Priestess and see where we need to flow to have our cup filled with the 10 of Cups here, we are creating our own injustices and our own burdens. How do we get out of this energy? It's strange. I'm called to use this inspiration deck. This is not the deck that I thought I was going to be using to clarify. This is just, words of the day. Enjoy every moment. All right. So we're holding on here because we don't know what the next moment is going to bring. And here is a little tidbit of information about jumping timelines. Jumping timelines is instantaneous. And it has to do, at least for me, I'm not speaking for everybody, but for me, it is based on my emotional state. Almost all of my psychic gifts come from some level of emotional attachment, whether that's remote viewing or whatever. I form some emotional connection to the situation, and that allows me to move where I need to move. In order to get out of this grasping energy, well, there's a choice here, right? So jumping onto a higher vibrational timeline is about thinking about what it can be, imagining what it can be. What is the more optimal, asking yourself, what is the more optimal outcome? What beliefs do I need to have in order to manifest this more optimal outcome? And then enjoying, embracing those beliefs, even if they're challenging. I'm going over here to Abraham Hicks. Esther was such a great teacher for her time, and not that, truly timeless messages. My emotions are vibrational interpretations. So this is exactly what I was saying. I like when, doesn't every reader? No, it's actually annoying when you get the same message again and again. But it does serve as a point of validation. So my emotions are vibrational interpretations. Your eyes, your ears, even your nose, tongue, and fingertips are translating vibrations. But your most sophisticated of vibrational interpretations are, by far, your emotions. By paying attention to the signals of your emotions, you can understand with absolute precision everything you are now living or have ever lived. Okay, so enjoying the moment. Now, I got really stuck on beliefs. So this is like, we're now sort of translating back. We'll go back like 5 years. 5 years ago, I was spending a lot of time with my best friend, and there was a lot of agitation, and he had spent a lot of time studying Bashar, and at that time he wasn't integrating the teachings all that well. Like, he had integrated some, but others were like putting a square peg through a round hole. So he didn't fully understand what it meant for the resonance. Anyways, why am I talking about this? Oh yes, enjoy every moment. So we had a lot of challenges, right? And we still do a beautiful friendship with a lot of agitation because of beliefs. So we were working together heavily, working through a lot of karma. This friend is definitely a soulmate, one of my soulmates, and so we were working through past life karma together and past life traumas. and very much bringing those up. At the time, he was saying to me a lot of the time that I needed to change my beliefs. And that agitated me. It really did. I was like, no, I believe this for this and this and this reasons, and that's why I need to hold on to these beliefs. And I was not embracing, well, I hadn't worked through a lot of the teachings of Bashar. I was new to law of attraction. I had a lot of other healing, Shaktipat, I was not living the law of attraction, let's just say that. I was certainly living it. I was attracting exactly what I needed to and exactly what was required at the time. However, I was not a conscious manifester of that reality because I was unable to enjoy letting go of the belief structures that did not serve me. Even if I saw that they didn't serve me, I still held them like a cackle clawing at the side of a dock because it doesn't want to fall in the water. Like, I did not want to give up my beliefs, even if a different belief would give me a better experience of reality. No way, no hell, I was not going to give up my beliefs, because this is why, and this is root chakra work, because I believed that my beliefs, I believed that I believed the things that I did because of my experience, and if it was my experience, then the beliefs that I had formed from my experience were integral in who I was. And if I gave up those beliefs, I was giving up a part of myself based on my experience, and that bit of new self would be false. Whew. That was what I went through. That was the challenge. And yeah, it took about 18 months of a lot of friction, and with a beautiful soulmate and a best friend, and we both rubbed on each other in just the right ways to what do they say, create the gemstone or whatever. But that friction was required for us. It doesn't necessarily need to be required for you. And so try to find a place where you can test changing your beliefs about something, where it isn't like the most integral aspect of who you are, like your strongest value. Maybe try to find your like weakest value, and work on that. Like a weak value for me might be, because I do believe the body is a temple, but I'm also like, I can have a drink here and there, or I can smoke a vape here and there. None of these things are that important. If we can start working on testing out and giving up some of our smaller beliefs, then we can see what the outcome is in the manifest, in the body form. And that will support our root chakra work in understanding that system that goes into forming a belief, validating a belief, and seeing the outcome. All right, enough of that for now. Now let's move on to the heart chakra. So we talked about being in a state of the dark night of the soul, and knowing that we have to give something up, because the Eight of Cups is about letting go, and the Queen of Pentacles is like, she is like confident. Look at this woman. She is like confident in her, like, yep, I got this. I'm getting rid of this. So my heart is ablaze like the sun. And now I must give something up. What are we giving up, Spirit? All right. Well, we've got the Nine of Cups here. What are we giving up? The Nine of Cups is our wish fulfillment. And I have a feeling I know where this is going, but I am going to let the decks guide us. I'm going to pop over to the Rider Waite here. All right. What is it that we are giving up? Tell us more about this wish fulfillment that we are giving up. To heal our heart chakra. To heal our heart chakra. Okay, we have got the Three of Cups, the Sun, and Justice. So we're giving up our wish fulfillment to heal our heart, and that is because we have reflected on our choices about the past and about celebrating fulfillment. We're giving up our wish about the past because we're reflecting. This is about stillness. This is about not having expectations. We're judging something from the past, and that's celebrating this sun. So gratitude is important here. So what I'm getting is something along the lines of like, when we take for granted that the sun rises every day, and I live in a tropical paradise. So we get a lot of sun and a lot of beautiful days. However, we occasionally have rainy days. And this is about giving up expectation. I'm not really feeling cold to any particular decks right now. I feel like I need to wait for more downloads here. All right. Okay. To heal our heart requires us to walk away from what it is that we think that we want. Because when we think that we know what we want, like I said about those rainy days, does rainy day mean a bad day? A rainy day means a rainy day. And yeah, sure, I prefer sunny days, but I don't know what's going to happen on a rainy day. And the heart chakra is about us being able to embrace what is and to allow it to flow through us through that embrace. So, healing our heart chakra is about us being able to look back at all of those times where we learned that we don't, I'm thinking of traveling, and I'm sure a lot of the people in the collective have traveled. You don't always know where you're going, and you don't always know what you're going to find, but part of the excitement, part of the adventure is about not knowing. And that's what this letting go is. Like, this is almost exactly about traveling, and I think for a lot of people in the collective it's going to be about that, because it's about that energy. We've put ourselves into a dark night of the soul. We're super content with letting something go. That's somebody going like, yep, all right, I am ready to go on a tour around the world, 2-year journey, give up my job, give up my house, pack everything in a storage locker, take it to mom and dad's, let's go. And being content with that, knowing that our heart can be open when we give up expectations about what we think it is that we need in order to be satisfied. I was just feeling cold here. I can see the card that I want. It says, embrace the habit of love. You aren't going to be able to read that. I love these cards. They're like, the card stock is quite nice. Embrace the habit of love and release the habit of fear. All right, I think I've said pretty much enough about this heart chakra. Maybe let's actually take a look at what it is that we can hope for in our heart chakra healing. If we're able to give up what it is that we think that we need. Sorry, I get so drawn into these cards. I love them so much. These are the most... All right, where am I going here? Can you guys see how beautiful the artwork on this card is? Okay, it says, full spectrum. Step out of the black and white mentality of good and bad. Honor the full spectrum of life and see through fresh eyes. When we judge something, we create a story around it, and often these stories are limiting. Over a lifetime, we subconsciously gather so many of these stories, create a space of no story for miraculous healing and crystallizing new paths. Now, it says more, but that's all I'm going to read for now. We need to give up fear here and embrace love and understand that we don't know. We don't know what we need. Even though we do know what we need, we know that we need freedom and release. We need no expectations. We need to go with the flow. We need to enjoy every moment. But we don't know what it is that we actually need. All right, our crown chakra. Let's get into it. So we had the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups reversed, and the Lovers, which seemed to me to be saying something about being able to give up this give and take with other people, like this play with other people, which is limiting us in our flow of I'm going to clarify these cards. Thank you, Spirit. With the Six of Pentacles, we have the Empress. So the Six of Pentacles is about giving and taking. The Empress is about the spirit of Mother Gaia. The sheath of matter that allows us to manifest whatever it is that will be or needs to be manifest. So as a crossing energy here, the Six of Pentacles is asking us to give and take into the void of Mother Earth. It is what it is. It's a message that I have not fully, that was the download. All right. With the Ace of Cups reversed, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is winning at all costs. The Five of Swords is one person winning out at the expense of the other two. Okay, so what I'm getting from this message with the Ace of Pentacles and then the crossing energy here of the Five of Swords is with the Ace of Pentacles reverse. This is one idea. Swords are ideas. One idea winning out at the expense of other ideas, which is causing this ace to be in reverse. We can't actually heal our crown chakra because we're holding on to a singular idea about something from the heart to the chakra, or from the heart to the crown. We're asking to be put into the state of the Empress, but not in the manifest state. We're asking to give praise and understand the grace of Mother Gaia and letting go of our need to control. Oh, control is coming up so much here, and I'm just reading as I see fit. Because the path is many, the destination is one. So with the path being many here, our cup is not being full. From our heart center to our crown, the blockage is about the many ways, the infinite ways that we can experience connection beyond space and time. But we have to be willing to not hold on to one way of winning and achieving at the expense of the other options. All right, where else are we going here? We've got the Lovers and the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is doing something over and over again. The Lovers is about a choice, but the Lovers is also about the other. And we said here that giving and taking with this idea of the other is limiting us. Okay, we need to perfect our ability to connect and choose others. And this is about choice as well, right? I mean, this guy wouldn't be winning if he chose not to pick up those swords, and the other people wouldn't be defeated if they had not played that game. All right. You know, the crown chakra, the heart chakra, and the crown chakra, these upper chakras are really important here. So I want to take a moment to reflect on the messages here. We're really being asked to, I'm trying to find a comfy spot. I'm actually just suddenly uncomfortable in this seat. What can I do? Let's get up on my knees here. All right, we're almost done this reading. All right, here we go. So we heal the heart by being in the flow, by knowing that we're taken care of, by knowing that we can get rid of our beliefs. We embrace love out of fear. We realize that when we project our ideas of what it is that is our wish fulfillment, like those, we want the sunny days, not the rainy days, that we miss out on the potential that the rainy days have to offer. We're learning to give into Gaia. Give into Gaia. To give into and embrace Mother Earth. To love the wisdom of the divine feminine as an unmanifest energy. To not use our intellect in choosing a way that our cup is going to be filled. We've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. So the Seven of Cups is about choice. It's about potentially illusion. It's really about actually having a lot of choices. In reverse, it can be confusion because there's too many choices. There's too many options. We have the Sun reversed and the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about stability and formation. This is so funny because, like, we were talking, remember how I said going beyond space-time is going from the second fold, third density into the first fold, second density of yin and yang. And what we have here is that this illusion of choice or too many choices. Okay, so we're calling our mind, the issue with the crown chakra and moving beyond some of the challenges that are hindering us in the crown chakra right now is all about coming back into choice. Again, we have to trust Mother Earth. We have to trust the divine feminine. This is about with the law of attraction, what we're working through right now is the ability to give it to the divine and to allow the divine to manifest our best wish and our best path forward with us, without us trying to premeditate or our belief system sort of running ahead of us and cutting us off from those opportunities. And that is definitely what that is saying. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do? How do we heal? Ooh, I love this. I pulled this card, and I actually pulled the crown chakra card for the crown chakra, which is what we're working on. The unlimited self. The crown chakra is your link to the multi-dimensionality of your being. The seat of your soul, it gracefully connects you to the heavens. The infinity symbol of limitlessness appears within the unfolding petals and points to your most potent potential. Here you can delight in the divine strands of light that dance with us when we are aligned with spirit. Yes. Again, it says, delight in the divine strands of light that dance with us when we're aligned with spirit. This card right here, the 5 of Swords, is about us making these choices instead of dancing with the divine. And it's coming up as a clarifier for the Ace of Cups reversed. So we aren't able, right now we are choked, we are stuck, we are not dancing with the divine, we are not understanding that rainy days can sometimes be the best days of our lives. Be present and flow without rigid outcomes. That's this section of the reading right here, right? The 4 of Pentacles with enjoy every moment. Find your own way to meditate, explore the state of flow, and be receptive to the intuitive messages you may receive. Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful card. All right, guys. I'm considering, well, maybe I should end this reading shortly. I'm out of crackers, and I should probably think about catching up with some mates. But but the divine is like, we aren't quite done here yet. Sit your butt back down. Okay, we've got a couple more messages here. Okay, we have the Mask, the Sword, and the Shaman. All right, I'm going to read some of the guidebook. I hope Kim doesn't mind that I'm reading from this guidebook left, right, and center. Like I said, this deck was given to me for Christmas last year. And I have not done any readings other than for myself with it. So I like referring to the guidebook because it is such a beautiful book with such... I like the advice. I like how it like gives you like these little like tidbits of advice. Okay. Tools. I reckon the Mask is a tool. Vessel offering prayer, the mask, 187. 187. What? The ring? Oh, wait, that's 178. 187. Dyslexia. All right. The mask. Oh, gotcha. All right. Okay. The mask. We often think of a mask as something that conceals our identity, yet contemplate the possibility that the mask permits our true identity to be revealed. It allows. The mask gives us voice to that which was previously rejected. When this card appears, enact the side of you that is seeking expression yet was never given a role to play, and the stage of life. When in light, the mask reveals what has been suppressed. Okay? So there's something here about, because we were talking about this is clarifying this bit here of the reading. It's like, embrace the habit of love and release the habit of fear. Okay. Think about all the times when you had an idea that you thought you knew what you wanted, but maybe it wasn't the best for you, and you've got all of these options and you're making judgments about them, and so this is clarifying that aspect of the reading. The mask says, think of a mask or costume you wore that felt empowering, marvelous, or fun. Who was it you were being? Is that who is still within you? Okay. So we are being asked to maybe be able to play with these options that we have here in reverse. I've just turned the card upright. I'm going to reverse it again. So instead of looking for this stability, we are definitely being asked to play with our options and not form judgments. The knife, the blade, the weapon, the sword. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. Interesting. The mask is asking us to play. The sword is asking us to decide. But we said that not going with the flow is the source of our problems. Or thinking that one option is better than another option. So the sword is asking us to decide, which makes it seem counterintuitive. I am going to leave that at that and move on to the shaman because I think that it will be connected. The 93? The shaman. Okay. So, play, options, not deciding, but deciding. What are we deciding? The magi, the concealer, the medicine woman. 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed towards healing of the self, the other, and culture. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into the world, the unseen. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Contrary to popular belief, the shaman archetype appeals to every vocation. Teachers, directors, surgeons, politicians, and poets are just a few of the faces a shaman may wear. The shaman can't be rushed. Working with this archetype requires study and perseverance. Think of it like brain or marinating. The content must permeate every fiber of its being. So what I'm getting here is that like we almost have this like loop, this circular loop, but it's almost like a backwards circular loop, right? So we're being asked to play. We're being asked to make a choice. The play is about really not making a choice. It's about considering that we might not understand what options are best for us because we're used to making judgments about that, which limits us, and we aren't allowing Gaia, the feminine essence, the receptive essence, to form because we're too in our head. So what the shaman is asking us to do is to make a choice, but the choice is ironic because the choice is to accept that which is unknown so that we can open ourselves to possibility. All right, guys, this has been a really, really thick and heavy reading. Thick and heavy. I'm pulling Spirit has pulled 2 more cards. I am worthy of experiencing magic in my life, and when I feel good, I can share good with others. I hope that this has helped you out. I hope that this has helped us understand and work through talking or listening through some of this, that we go, oh yeah, that's happened in my life. Oh yeah, that's happened in my life. And the words that I'm saying are spontaneously healing aspects of yourself that are still traumatized and yet to be integrated. All right, collective. Peace, love, namaste. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you here on Tuesday. All right, guys. Catch ya.